Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to class today. We're going to start seated. So find a way to sit that feels really comfortable to you. Perhaps you're on a blanket, even seated in a chair. If you're seated cross-legged and your knees are up high, right? Um, Place some blocks underneath it because when we sit and our knees are higher than our, or raise your hips, by the way, raise your hips or support your knees. When our knees are up high and our hips are lower, we really keep those inner thighs under a lot of tension. And so then the hips and the hip flexors, and so then the hips cannot relax. And then we can't relax, right? So we can't be in easy seated pose, Sukhasana. So maybe putting a block under your knees is all you need, or raising the hips up to be able to sit for a little bit. Something else I would suggest is if you don't need those for your knees, maybe place your blocks on your thighs, right up at the hips, and allow your arms to relax, your forearms to rest on those. What does that do? It keeps you from some of the strain that can go into the upper trapezius muscles, the upper traps, by the elbows hanging heavy and the arms being heavy and all that stuff. It's just giving those muscles a chance to relax, right? To be in a neutral position. And I like this. It feels really good on my shoulders, which are chronically tight. So choose your seat. Find your spine nice and tall, the shoulders on either side of your back body, the chin level or slightly tucked, and the whole head moving back in space to align your neck. And close the eyes for a moment. And start to feel the breath. Just start to bring it in and let it go. When we're under a lot of stress or in a stressful position, our breath will shorten. You know, it'll start to get very short and very staggered, and we'll tend to breathe just from the very top of the lungs. And so, as we pause and focus on the breath, we bring the breath in deeper. We get that oxygen all the way down to the base of the lungs. And then we exhale it all the way out. So, breathing here just to start. And as you take the inhale in, as you take the breath in, see if you can feel the entire circumference of the lungs, not just the front of your lungs, but the sides and the back of your lungs. Feel those lungs expand, feel the muscles between the ribs expand. Try not to use the accessory muscles up here at the collarbones and the neck. Exhaling it out. Now invite Ujjayi breath into your practice. So Ujjayi breath, I call it Darth Vader breath. Some people call it ocean sounding breath. And it is, excuse me, a slight constriction at the back of the throat so that your breath is audible. And it's not loud audible, it's just slightly audible to you. An easy way to do this, if you know Ujjayi breath, go ahead and start. If you do not, I always have this image of fogging up a mirror in front of you. So if you had a mirror in front of you and you were exhaling, and you're fogging the mirror like you want to clean your glasses and you breathe on them, right? So that kind of sensation, but then try to do that through the nose. And then a mirror, imagine a mirror at the back of the throat, and you want to fog that mirror as well. So your inhale has that sound to it, that slight constriction. And as you exhale, so breathing in, exhaling out. And again, good. Three more. Full deep breaths. And then allow your eyes to open. If you were using the blocks at your lap, just set them to the side where you can get to them. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And as you inhale, feel both the belly and the chest rise. Hold it here. Exhale. All the way. Bringing Ujjayi breath in. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale. See how long you can make that exhale. One more. Release your hand, shake that out. Good. And then take both arms up. Exhale to your heart. And again, take it up. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. And let that go, everybody. Let's just take your right leg, I'm mirroring here, out to the side slightly. Don't go big and wide unless that is kind of your normal. Keep it a little bit soft so that the inner thigh is not getting too much of a stretch. And then grab your blocks, place them in front of you. If your other knee, by the way, that bent knee is bothering you, one block under the knee. I love blocks under your knees, or take both legs wide. Just be a little more mindful of the forward fold. So, one or both blocks in front of you, that extended leg foot is flexed. Press into the tops of your blocks as you take an inhale. And then exhale and bring them out. Inhale, slide them in, lift. Exhale, just walk them out. Good. Two more. Lift up and exhale out. And last one, inhale. And exhale, hold here. Keeping that long legs, foot flexed, a softness to the back of the knee, especially if you're feeling that. Take a deep breath, soften the elbows. Notice if you're lifting your chin, try to keep it level. And breathe. Good. One more nice long torso, everyone. Slide those blocks back in. Bend the extended knee. Hold it right there. Just breathe. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands to your blocks. Walk them out. Oh, yeah, right. Getting into the deep into the hip groin area. Just breathe. Just play. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Walk the blocks in. Lift your toes. Grab that leg. See if you can take it up. It can stay bent. It can lift up. Other arm comes up. Lift through the torso. Find your breath. And then take that foot in your other hand and reach it across. Woo! Oh, yeah. And breathe. Take it back to center, release it, straighten that leg, straighten the other leg, both blocks in front of you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, maybe walk them out a little bit. Watch those lower backs. Exhaling. Inhale, maybe slide them in. Exhale, slide them out. One more. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale and release. Hold here if it is comfortable. You do not have to go so low. Those of you I know watching those lower backs a little bit. Pause here and breathe. Good. One more breath. And then slide those blocks back in, slide those legs in, just shake them out. And then switching sides, bending that one knee, taking the other one out just a little bit. Blocks are in front of you, still sitting up on a blanket or not, up to you fully. Good. Hands to your blocks, push in, lift up. Flex foot, by the way. Exhale, slide them out. Inhale, slide them in. Exhale, slide them out. One more. Inhale. Exhale, hold here. Breathe, just feel that out. Good. Just notice how that's feeling to you. Where do you feel the stretch? Is it all along the inner leg? Is it more in the hip? Is the bent knee the one chatting with you as opposed to the long leg? Move your breath and then slide the blocks up, bend that knee, plant the foot, hold here. You may just be up here, right? Not doing anything else. That's a deep enough stretch for that outer hip or that inner hip. Otherwise, breathe in. Exhale, walk it out. Inhale, slide it in. Exhale, slide it out. One more. And exhale, hold right here, everybody. Deep breath. Just notice changing something in this position. If you feel pain, if you don't feel pain, you're observing, you're lengthening through that spine. Big deep breath. And then slide it in, lean back, see if you can grab the foot, take it up. Reach out with the other arm, finding that grounding through the sit bones. Maybe smiling a little bit, staying with your breath. And then take that leg across and reach. You got it, everybody. Good. Release that. Take that leg back out. Extend through the other leg. Ooh, hold here. Maybe the elbows come to your blocks. So in these, I am very cautious about both legs extended, whether they're narrow or wide, and forward folding. That is just my body, right? I don't want to round into the lower back or the upper back if I can help it. So I'm drawing my pelvis forward. If this is really hard, you can bend the knees, breathe, but keep the torso long, even if you have to take the blocks up high and just hang out here and allow those inner legs, inner thighs to stretch out. Okay. So breathe here. Just pause. And then hands to your blocks, lift up. See if you can bend both feet and plant them. Whoo, yeah, right? You can lift the toes. If you get any kind of cramping, get a little cramp in the hip there, just straighten it out for a moment. So it kind of feels like a little spidery kind of pose, right? The knees are bent, the chest is tall, reach the arms up. Exhale, elbows down. Think a goddess pose. Inhale, or happy baby. And exhale. Good. One more. Exhale it down. Hands to the floor. Straighten those legs. Move the blocks out of the way. Slide those legs together and give me a nice solid Dandasana pose. Hands down to your sides. Legs active, drawing everything back to center. Imagine if you had I don't know, like a stick or a log or a blanket in between, not a log, but something between those legs. And so you're drawing the inner ankles together and the knees together and the inner thighs together, pressing the hands gently into the floor, opening up your chest and release that, everybody. Just shake it out. Good. Lean back, take your feet wide, and just windshield wiper here. Yep. Windshield wiper. Next time those knees are over to the right, just pause. Just pause. Your right hand comfortable, your shoulder not jamming up, or your shoulder not jamming up to your ear. And twist the body toward the right. Listen up. You don't need your block. If it's there, you can place a hand on it. That's okay. But then look over to your left. Yep. Knees are to the right, you're gazing to the left. And then look to the right and maybe over the right shoulder. So deeper twist, be gentle. Look over your left and look over your right. Bring it back to center. Hands, no hands. Take it over. Make sure that left shoulder is comfortable. Your knees are pointing to the left. And then look over your right shoulder. And then back over to the left. Good. Over to your right. And to your left. And back to center, bringing both knees together or both knees out to the side, both feet together. Keep it very long. Baddha Konasana, but more like a yin diamond pose. There's a lot of space between the heels and the groin. Holding on to the shins. Lift your chest, everybody. Draw the shoulders back. Squeeze the back body just a little bit. Breathe. That's it. Releasing the hands as you bring the knees up, take the arms up. Exhale, take them back down to the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale out. 3 more, take it up. Exhale down. Last one or 2 more. And down. Forgot how to count this morning. Last one. And down, hold here, press into the hands as if you were doing a Dandasana with the hands, pressing into the pinky sides of the feet, maybe seeing if you could lighten the load of those hips on the floor by pressing up here a little bit. And then release, draw those knees together, everybody. Straighten the legs, just shake them out. Good. Move that blanket out of the way. Have both of your blocks toward the front of your mat. We're going to come right to downward facing dog. Those of you who heard me say, I'm trying not to be on that right knee much, so I'm not going to be there. Just find yourself from table to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, let's pedal it. Let's just pedal it out and stretch. Maybe turn the heels, both heels to one side and then the other side. And just stretching this out a little bit, right? Just moving your body and finding your breath. And then taking everything to center, firing up the arms, engaging through the legs, lifting the sit bones. And then take both feet wide. Walk the hands back. Bend the knees, take your hands to your knees and come on up. And breathe, shake that out. Good. So, and I'm listening to my friend Toby out there. So we're adding some more breath elements to practice than I had intended, but that's okay. We need it, right? Because the breath pushes these things out. So I want you to take your feet wide. You can go sideways on your mat and take the arms up. Good. Inhale here. Big exhale here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale through your mouth and make it powerful. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. And two more. And last one. And hold here. Again, rock side to side. Shoulders are back. Hands are resting on your thighs. You decide for you, how low do you want to go? How low can you sit without compromising the pose? In other words, the knees are not flying into the middle, they're not shooting past your toes. You're sitting back, the chest is lifted, the belly is toned in, and you can breathe here. So, again, when we're under stress, right, everybody handles it differently, but a way to handle it is to move the breath, move the body, not allowing this to take seat in the body, but allowing it to move through. So, you're here in this nice wide squat, knees are pressing out, or you've had enough and you want to straighten the legs. Either one is okay. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take them out in front of you. Draw the shoulders back. Inhale here. Exhale, big fist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Five more. Three more. Two more. Last one. Hands to thighs. Go ahead and stand up straight. I know. Woo. Heel toe in, everybody. Shake out those legs. Find your breath. Good. I'm just going to turn sideways here. Chair pose, right? Simple, simple chair pose. Take it up. Hands to heart this time. Come on down. Chest is lifted and tailbone is long. You should not be feeling any pain in your lower back. Please, right? If you do, come higher. Don't go into strain or stress. We don't need it these days. Breathe. Belly is toned in. I want you to lean the chest forward, press the hips back, take the arms back. Find your breath. Shoulders are back. Maybe turn the palms up, press up into the ceiling, and breathe. Take your hands to your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. And inhale. Exhale, press, hold here, turn the palms down, breathe. If your body allows, take that into a forward fold. And then interlace the hands. Find your breath, long torso, everybody. Release those hands to the floor, fingertips. Again, watching those lower backs. If you need to, want to, halfway up. Otherwise, we're pausing here. Let that head hang. Find your breath. Right? The breath is different when we are upside down than when we're standing. Feel the shift in the lungs, feel the shift in the breath. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. One more. Bend the knees, everybody. Take your hands to your knees. Lift your head, neck, chest, and come on up to standing. Good job, everyone. I am going to take the longer shirt off for a little while till we cool down again. All right. So, I always find transitions in yoga very interesting. And it was one of the most vital lessons to learn as a teacher, right? How do you get from pose A to pose B, um, so that it makes sense? So start at the front of your mat. You've got your blocks here. Spread through your toes. Find your feet. And I do mean that literally, like, where are your feet? Look at them. Are they parallel to each other? Do you lean inward or outward because that's the way you're made? And can you level out the feet even for just this moment, just this mountain pose? So find that levelness in your feet, lower the toes. Imagine you're squeezing a blanket between the legs. So firing up that inner line. Shoulders roll back and down. The chest is lifted, the low belly toned in. And here we are in mountain pose, right? Where is the head in space? Do you tend to drop your chin? Can you level it out like it's sitting on a plate? Not a good, not a good visual there, but you know what I mean. And then relax the legs and see if you can keep the feet, like relax some of that tension. See if you can keep the feet. Find your breath. Exhaling it out. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Urdhva, lost it. So upward salute. Breathe. Hold on to that basket between the arms or that beach ball. Notice, like I just did, that I rolled to the outer pinky side of my feet again. So I'm going to press the inner ankles toward each other. Squeeze and tone in through the belly. As you exhale, hands come to heart. Bend the knees, chair-ish pose. Lift your right heel. Just pause right here, just lifting the right heel. Imagine if you had to lift that right foot right now. What would you have to do, right? Feel the left side get heavy. Feel the toes get a little lighter on the right side. Whoo, see if you can lift that right foot just a little. Set it back down, drop the heel, stand all the way up, the arms rise up. Exhale, hands to heart, hips bend. Belly tones, the chest is not collapsing. Left heel lifts. So far, so good, right? Still feel really even, but if I want to lift that left leg, I've got to get heavier in the right. Now I'm on the big toe. Then I lift, whoo, and then set it down, drop the heel, stand all the way up, lift. Exhale, slow, chair pose, hands to heart, tone the belly in. Lift that right heel, lift the right foot. Set the right foot back down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Lift the left heel. Squeeze the belly. See if you can lift the left foot. Drop that foot back down. Stand all the way up. Exhale your hands down. Right? So that's harder than just moving one leg back. But you get the idea that if we were to slow it down, What needs to happen, right? So just standing in mountain pose, what has to happen to lift one leg, right? The body has to shift. And there was an interesting article about where we place our gaze as we're lifting one side or the other side. So shift, start to peel, lift. Notice your gaze, right? Chin level, gaze forward. I'm looking down at the corner of a door in front of me to allow the body, the ears, the eyes to find that equilibrium again. And then good, shake that out. So back to the front of your mat. Inhale, upward salute, breathe. Exhale, hands to heart. Find that. Keep your thumbs right at the center of your chest. Peel your right foot, peel your rest of your foot, and just see if you can find a way to step back. Does not have to be a big step. Find your breath. Front knee is bent, back leg is active, chest is lifted. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bring the arms back, palms face up. Maybe your chest comes all the way down to your thigh. Maybe, maybe not. And then notice the head start to look up. Bring those arms all the way up. Breathe. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale right here. Exhale, drop the chest. Reach the arms back. Squeeze through the shoulder blades. If I don't lift my head first, right? It just to try to get up from here with my head hanging is much more difficult. So I'm going to lift, I'm going to guide the way by changing the direction of my eyes. Breathe, hands to chest. Push off your back foot, step forward, shake it out. Does that make sense to everybody, right? Trying to see where we're going. Mountain pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to heart, chair. Lift the left heel. Think about it. Slow the transition a little bit. Lift, step back. If you step back and you're on the railroad, on one railroad tie, right? You're one right behind the other. Take that moment to broaden here, to widen your step here. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Back leg fires up, chest moves toward your thighs. I'm looking down at the floor. But if I want to get up, I got to look up. Inhale, up. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, lift. Woo. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, take it up. Exhale to your heart. Push off, step forward. Shake it out. Shake out those hands. Back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Soften here, tone the belly. Peel the right foot, step back. Drop that back heel in a little bit. Think warrior one. Rearrange your front foot so you're not gripping your toes and that foot is nice and level. Lift the chest. Take the arms up. Warrior one. Breathe. Notice what's happening to your feet. In fact, take your hands down. Take your hands to your hips, even. Press through the back leg. Notice if anything is happening to the front foot, front knee, front hip. Breathe. Inhale, reach up, listen up. Exhale, front knee straightens, hands go to your blocks. Lift the head, lift the chest, bend the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to blocks, straighten your front leg. So we're moving from warrior one to pyramid. Bend the knee, look up, lengthen up. Take it up. Exhale, hands to blocks, hold and breathe. Check out the front foot. Did it roll out to the middle? Did it roll to the outside edges? Can you walk your blocks forward and lengthen the torso? And imagine from the big toe glued to your mat to the inner line of your groin on that same side. Big deep breath. Maybe lower the blocks if your body has that capacity, especially in the hamstring, especially in the medial hamstring. Bend your front knee. Take your head, gaze up. Bring the torso up. Inhale. Exhale your hands to your heart. Straighten the back foot and step forward. Shake that out. Maybe bring those blocks back up to the higher level. Hang in there with me. Inhale. Upward salute. Feel that. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend the knees. Find your breath. When you're ready, peel the left foot, step back. Find that nice lunge. Lift the chest. Breathe. When you're ready, take those hands to the hips just for a moment. Drop the back heel to just to a slightly inside position, right? It's not turning all the way to the side. That'd be warrior two. Toes are still pointing forward roughly. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, straighten that front leg, hands come to your blocks. Inhale, look up, bend your front knee, lift. Exhale, lower, straighten the front leg. One more lift, bend the front knee. Exhale, lower. Hold here. Work with your pose, work with your body. Front leg is straight. The knee is straight. The hip point is straight. Maybe you walk the blocks forward a little bit. Maybe you lower them just a little. Maybe that front foot levels out again. Bend your front knee. Start to take the torso forward. Look up. Inhale up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Push off your back foot. Step forward and shake that out. Good. Just shake. So when we talk about balance work, right, that transitioning is so important because as we've talked about before, if you're gonna stumble and fall, hence my knee yesterday, um, you want to be able to catch yourself, right? You want your body, your muscles, your gaze, everything to work for you, all that equilibrium. And one of the, I think personally, worst things we can do is walk and look down, right? We think I got to watch, although had I done that yesterday, I would have slipped. Um, we want the chest up, we want the eyes forward as we walk. And imagine walking without fear of falling. Yeah, right. It's just kind of these concepts, especially as we get older. So come on back to the front of your mat. Open up your chest, tone the belly in. Watch that lock of the back of the knees and breathe. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the arms, chair pose. Exhale, slide those arms back. Straighten the legs, optional. Forward fold, arms reaching up. Bend the knees. Take your hands to your heart as you lift your chest. Soften, lift the right heel. Step back to a lunge. Find your breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale them to your heart. Drop that back heel in, warrior one. Front hip stays back. Take the arms up. Celebrate this pose, everybody. Front knee is bent. Hands come to your heart. Lean the chest forward. Take your hands to your blocks. Straighten the front leg. Big deep breath. It's like your whole body is breathing, but imagine your whole body breathing. So here in this pyramid pose or intense side stretch, as we inhale, maybe we're pressing into the blocks. And as we exhale, we soften. And it's like every single part of your body is breathing. Good. One more. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Lift your head, your neck, your shoulders. Squeeze the belly. Press into your feet. Take those arms up. Straighten your back foot. Hands come to your heart. Step forward. We're almost done here. Hang in there with me. Find your breath. Let the hands go. Inhale, second side. Exhale, forward fold. I don't know if I did that on the first side. I don't think I did. Bend the knees, everybody. Take it back up. Sorry about that. Exhale, hands to heart, squat. Inhale, lift the arms up. There we go. Exhale, hands back, legs straight-ish, forward fold. Release, bend the knees, take your hands to your heart, lift the left foot, step back. Find your footing, everybody, right? We all got to find our footing right now. Breath, take the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Drop the back foot, little bit side position. Take the arms up. Warrior one. Big deep breath. You got it. Hands come to heart front, legs straightens, hands come to your blocks. Pyramid pose. Adjusting as you need to. Find your breath. Bend your front knee, everybody. Start to lift the chest. Take the arms up, pressing into the feet. Hands come to your heart, straighten the back foot. Step forward. Shake it out. Woo. Another round adding on. I want you to feel your body and I want you to feel your breath and I want you to notice if you can take that breath in deeper than you could at the beginning of class. All right, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Reach up, chair pose. Exhale, hands to blocks or back behind you, forward fold. Bend the knees, hands to heart, lift the chest, peel and step back, right foot. Whew. Hopefully it's getting easier. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Drop the back heel. Been here already. You know what we're doing. Take the arms up, warrior. Hands to heart. Straighten the front leg, lift and take hands to blocks. Find that breath. Bend your front knee, come to the tippy toes of your back foot. One, you're here. Two, the blocks move forward. Push purposefully off of that front leg to lift your back leg. And breathe. Bend your front knee, slowly lower your back leg. Your breath. Short hop forward. I'm going to combine two rounds here so we don't have to do a whole nother round. Short hop forward, straighten your back foot. Breathe. Take your hands to your heart, lift your chest. One, you're right here. It's almost like a little tiny short, I don't even know what, little short warrior. Breathe or lean forward. See if you can lift the back leg. Variation here of warrior three, not doing it very well, but still. Woo. And release that down. Step it forward, everybody. Shake that out. So reading an article about balance and the requirements of balance and getting really comfortable and familiar with all the wiggles and wobbles as it trains your body to do better the next time. There we are. Stand at the front of your mat, find mountain pose, maybe close your eyes. Can you find the same pose without the visual? Can you find mountain pose in your body? Can you feel the breath rising up from your feet all the way through? Open the eyes, second side, inhale. Breathe, exhale, hands to heart, squat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to blocks or let them come up behind you, forward fold. Bend the knees, take your hands to your heart, lifting your chest. Peel the left foot off and step back, lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Back foot drops in just a little bit, warrior one, then the front knee is bent. Arms rise up. Hands to heart. Bring the hips back straight in the front leg. Hands can come to the blocks or to the floor. Find that breath. Breathe. That's it. Start to raise up through head, neck, chest. Bend your front leg or front knee. Really press into both legs. Lift it up, everybody. Find that breath. Hands come to your heart. Take those hands to your blocks. Straighten your back foot. Walk the blocks forward and lift that leg. And breathe. Find the middle point of the standing leg. Bend the knee, set that foot back down, maybe just a little bit shorter. You can raise the blocks up or not. Take your hands to your chest. Hold here for a moment. And then, as if you were going to launch off, lift one leg, stand on the other, and release. And then step forward. Holy moly, right? Shake, shake, shake. Take your feet slightly wider, hinge from the hips. Come on down, forward fold, hands supported somewhere. Imagine that the breath is this beautiful arc, right? That washes over your whole body like a waterfall. It just washes over that. It releases the stuck, yucky spots. It allows you to think clear. Big deep breath. Bend the knees, everybody. Take your hands to your knees. Come on up. And just shake that out. Good job, everyone. All right, so we're coming back down to the floor. So make sure you're going to be warm enough, like I'm getting ready to do, because I know I'll cool down quickly. Um, and maybe have your blocks nearby. So I want you to come down to the floor in your most yogi way, right? So maybe it's a forward fold. Maybe we come to down dog and stretch that out. And then start to lower down and come onto your backs. Maybe even have your strap where you can grab it just in case you need it. Okay. Come all the way down to your back. Your feet are on the floor. Your shoulders are nice and wide. Your hands are resting on the belly. So you just did all of this movement, right? All of this flow, and the breath was big and the heart was pounding. So feel yourself recover, feel yourself come back to neutral or to center. Take your feet slightly wider than hips width, just a little bit, not too much. You've got blocks where you can get to them if you need them. Slowly lower both knees toward the right. They don't have to go far. If your right thigh is not on the floor enough, take a block underneath that knee, because I don't want you to just hang off of the hips there. Take the arms to cactus pose and pause. If your left knee and or hip feel uncomfortable here, either a block underneath the left thigh, right? Again, a support, or shorten the distance between the knees so that you're not getting quite as much of a stretch in the left hip. So the knees are to the right, the arms are in cactus. I want you to take your gaze to the left or your head to the left. Just turn to the left a little bit and find a deep breath. See if you can relax your jaw. See if you can soften the breath. Bring the head back to neutral. Press into the back of the arms as you allow those knees to rise up. Same thing, other side. The knees are going to the left. The arms are in cactus. Again, trust your body. If you feel something needs to be supported or cushioned or shifted, please do that. Pause here for a moment. Just see how this feels for you. And then take the head and the gaze to the right. Knees are to the left. Gaze is to the right. We did this sort of seated at the very beginning of class. Now we're doing it supine. Relax your jaw. Let the belly be soft here. Bring your head to center. Tone in through the belly. Bring your knees back to center. Your feet back to hips width apart. Find your breath here. Walk the feet in just so they're roughly beside each other. So you don't have to touch the feet, but they're more narrow than hips width. Take the arms up and softly interlace the fingers as if you were holding on to something pointing up toward the ceiling. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, knees out, arms overhead. Inhale, the knees up, the arms up. Exhale, open it up, knees out, arms overhead. Let the chest rise. Inhale, knees up, arms up. Exhale. Pause, breathe. Inhale, knees together, arms up. Only if you want, lift the head, neck, chest as if you could touch those knuckles to the ceiling. And then lower and open everything up. Just two more of those. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale it up. Exhale down. Take those interlaced hands behind your head. Allow the elbows out to the side. Allow the knees to be out at the side. Chin is level. Take just the right foot and place it on the floor, allowing the left knee to stay out to the side. So again, we did this sort of seated. We're mimicking it in this supine position. Soften, breathe. Allow your right knee to go back out to the side, Baddha Konasana. Lift the left knee, place that foot on the floor. Relax your jaw, try to soften. Both knees to Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. And then draw the knees together. Bring your knees to your chest. Reach through your legs for either your ankles or your feet and come into happy baby. So happy baby's interesting. You can hold on to the outsides of your feet. You can use your peace fingers to hold on to your big toes. You can hold your shins. In any case, try to soften the shoulders. You can even put your arms around the outsides of your knees. Ideally, the shins are parallel with the wall, so roughly straight up and down. Your sacrum on the floor. Your hips heavy. Whatever you're holding on to, feet or legs, release. Draw those knees together. Straighten the right leg. Keep the left knee to chest. Hold on to your left shin or left foot with your right hand or grab your strap, but ideally just your hand to your shin or to your foot so you're going across the body. Find your breath again. Bend the left knee, bring it to chest. Switch sides, right knee in, left leg long. Whew. And stretch. And again, left hand either to your right foot or to your right shin. Bring that leg up. Relax your jaw. Try to keep your chin level. Release. Bring your knee to your chest. Bring your left knee to your chest. Rock side to side. Allow your knees to roll over to one side and come up to a seat. Yep, come up to a seat. You can grab your blanket and you can sit on your blanket. Whew. You can place your blocks underneath your knees. We're going to finish in Sukhasana. So instead of our normal Shavasana, unless your body's just screaming, if your body is screaming for Shavasana, please go there, or even better, legs up the wall. But I want to finish class with Nadi Shodhana, right? Alternate nostril breathing, which I find for me to be one of the most balancing breaths that I know, one of the most balancing pranayamas. It is said to balance the right and left sides of the brain. It is said to balance and center your brain, your mind, your body. And I find it very relaxing, very neutralizing, especially from a stress standpoint. So if you know Nadi Shodhana, go ahead and begin. I will walk everybody through it a couple of rounds, and then we're just going to be here for a little bit. Again, no strain, no pain. If you have trouble breathing through your nostrils or you have a deviated septum, This will be more challenging, so you will breathe in and out one side and then switch in and out the other side. But for Nadi Shodhana, right hand, there's a lot of things you can do with your fingers. What they tell you is to curl your pinky ring and have two fingers up here. I find that super uncomfortable for me. You can do that, or soft fingers, inhale first. With your thumb, close off your right nostril. Exhale your left side. And then inhale the left side. Close that off with one or two fingers. Release your thumb. Exhale right side. Inhale right side. Close that side off. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close that side off. Exhale right. Nice, smooth, long breath. Inhale right. Close that side off. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close that side off. Exhale right. And then the next 5 rounds on your own. Simply closing off one side, exhaling the other, and then inhaling that side, closing it off, exhaling the other side. Two more rounds. Last round. When you're finished, allow the hand to come down, maybe thumb and index finger touches, palms are face down. And we feel the connection with ourselves, with our breath, with our ability to find our center, to transition from one event to the other. To be steady in the gale winds. Bring your hands to your heart, everybody. Bow to that inner wisdom, that knowledge that we will always find our center. We have the tools, we have the ability. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Thank you. Hope everybody has an awesome day.